Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I am here with all of my Go Wild swaps and Tablemate gifts. So it's not even on screen. I've got all this stuff that's on the side. I'm gonna try to show you everything a little bit at a time, not like all at once. But I've got an entire pile on my desk. Let me try to actually zoom out for just a second so you can kind of see everything piled up here. Yeah, so I've got this stuff, this box right here, and then there's like a whole stack of stuff right here. So we're gonna try to get through all of this. I am, for this video, just gonna put together a handful of items. I think just one Tablemate gift, just all together, and then a couple of my swaps. I really just wanted to show you what I ended up purchasing. I know a lot of people like to have ideas for the types of things that can be used for Tablemate gifts and swaps, and so I'm just showing you what I was able to purchase. So what I've got to start off with are my swaps. So actually, before I start with that, let's start with this. One thing that I mentioned in my last Go Wild kind of like planner, not planner, but like setup video, like prepping for Go Wild video, is that I wanted to put a tote bag into my conference bag. And I mentioned in that video that I wanted to use the Go Wild bag from last year, but I did find this bag. This is the Habit Planner slash Amy Tangerine collaboration. And so this is the bag from Amy Tan, and it's such a cute bag, and it's big enough, I think, for the purposes that that I want it for, which is just to kind of like stick like swaps and swag and things like that in here. And so I will be using this bag instead of the conference bag from last year. I feel like there are not going to be as many people with this bag, and so it will just help me to distinguish my bag from everything else. And so I will be using this bag to just tote all the extra stuff that I have. I also will have my planner conference bag, which is the crossbody bag that I had in part 2 of this video, or this series. And so what I'm going to do is put together my swaps. My swaps will go in here. I think Tablemate gifts will go into a box. I'm realizing also that I don't have tissue paper for my Tablemate gifts, so I'll have to get tissue paper and just kind of add that on top of everything once I get the Tablemate gifts all set up. So this though, I will be throwing my swaps in here, so that is for sure. So then let's go here. I'm actually going to turn this because I feel like this is going to just like make the video all sorts of craziness. So I'm going to move that for a second. I've got these 3 boxes here. They're the same thing, but they came in sets of 30. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you just one set. Won't do all 90 of them, but there are definitely 90. Actually, they're not even 90 anymore because my daughter saw that I had these, and Sophia immediately grabbed one. Rose also wanted to grab one, but Sophia's 8, Rose's 2, and I felt like Sophia would definitely use it. Rose just wanted it because her big sister wanted it. So sorry for the noise. But this is what I guess like that packet had, and again I bought 3 of them, so there are 30 keychains. Alright, so these are the keychains. There are a couple of different colors. There's a blue, a white, brown, and this kind of corally pink color. So those are the 4 colors. It also came with like a mesh bag, which I think is so cute. And you put the, of course, the keychain in there, right? And, you know, just pack it like this, right? It also came with this. So this is, I didn't realize what the saying was, but it says, "Thank you for celebrating with us." Very wedding gift favor-ish. And so I was going to go ahead and use this, but that's just a little bit too much. So I did already originally plan to have my contact cards in here. And so I went and designed my contact card. So I printed out basically, I think it's 88. I don't have exactly the amount, which is 90/89. So 88 means that one of these sets will just be mine. So I'll have enough minus one contact card. But I designed this on Canva, and so I just went to Canva and looked up business card templates, and there was one that was like a real estate-ish type thing, and so I put my picture here in place of the picture that was on the card, and then just updated this section to say, hello friends, my name is Amy, follow me on social, and it has my QR code and my YouTube and Instagram. And so it's not a sticker or anything, I just printed it out on cardstock. I printed it, let's see what size, it was 2.5 by 3, but I turned it this way on the sheet of paper, and so I was able to get 3 like this, and then there were like 4 rows of this, so I was able to get 12 to a page, and then I just trimmed it on my paper trimmer one night when we were just sitting around, you know, playing video games. And you can see it's not a great cut job, but that is okay. And so what I'm going to be doing is, actually I think I'm going to do it like this, where it's kind of like backed up to each other so you can see both items at the same time, and then we're just going to close it up and call it a day, you know. So that's just kind of what it's going to look like. I'm not going to worry about tying it. Do you think I should tie it? I think I'm not going to worry about that. I don't think it's going to fall out. Oh, maybe I should tie it. I'll just do one tie. All right. I mean, so the business card you can see here is actually not I don't want to tie it too tight because then it'll be kind of weird, but that's just the setup, right? And so we're just going to stick that into my Amy Tangerine bag, like I said, and we're just going to do a couple, right? And so this definitely is going to be a project that I'll do, like, just finish up sometime in the next couple of days. In fact, what I'll do is those 2 that I just did, I'll just leave those in there, but I need to get my 9 for my Tablemate gifts. So let's just go ahead and do those 9. Let me set that. So 1, 2, right? And you guys, like, I was just like, I want to find a cute swap to be able to just kind of, you know, throw something quick and easy together. And so I saw these llamas. Llamas are like the mascot of Go Wild. Well, I guess not for Go Wild, but for Wild for Planners, the parent company. I don't really understand, except from my, I guess, like, reading through some old comments and notes and like some of the inside jokes there. It was just kind of related to like the idea of like no drama llama, something like that. I'm not really super sure. I feel like as I'm doing this, I will probably need to tie it. Actually, let me see. No, that won't fit. I was going to turn it that way, but that won't fit. Right, so I'll probably have to tie it. So we'll do that, of course. I think I'll do that off camera. For the 9 that I need here, though, I just wanted to at least set out all the things that I have, so that way I can put together my Tablemate gifts. So that way that is done. So I can do the swaps separately since swaps are separate, but I wanted to include this in my swap. This is my swap, but I wanted to include a swap just as part of my Tablemate gifts as well. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, one more. Okay, let's do one more. All right, like, this is already like an explosion of stuff everywhere. So, all right, I'm gonna put this in here, right? And so that is pretty basic. That is my swap. Of course, I could just have my contact card by itself, but I have 90 of these, 88 of these, and I don't think I'm gonna pass out 88. I did last year. I did pass out all 90. Actually, I might have had 100. I did pass out all of them, but that was an effort for me. I can definitely print more though, so if I am to the point where I'm out of swaps, I can just give people my contact card / business card. Right, so we're gonna put all of this to the side. That was definitely my swap, so part 1 done. Okay, now part 2 of this is I've got these swaps. I am going to put them into the bag as well. I am going to go ahead and explain this, and again, I already mentioned I'm missing tissue paper. So once I set up the bags, the Tablemate gifts, I'm going to write a note to my Tablemates. It's just a quick note saying hello, who I am. I have my contact card in there too, but it's just a handwritten note to everyone to explain that these are just some of the snacks that I enjoy eating, and you know, I wanted to keep it to like snacks and just like fidget toys, really, instead of trying to put planner supplies into my Tablemate gifts this year. And so I'm going to write a note related to that. I also plan to put not a QR code, but maybe just like a little quick note to say, hey, if you're interested in reading some interesting stories about some of these items, you know, I'll link a couple of things there. So there will be a note, all right? And again, tissue paper on top of that. So I'll put the tissue paper and then I'll stick the note in the envelope just kind of like setting it like right on top of the tissue paper. So that will be, you know, part of what I do. I just won't do that on video. And of course I have my swaps, so I'm going to go ahead and move that. That will be something that I add to my Tablemate gifts. Let's walk through everything that's on here. The non-food item that I have, right, in addition to my swaps and the note and all that type of stuff, is this item. So I ended up getting, again, on Amazon, just like just something cute, right? And I'm going with the llama theme here. So there are I think 4 colors, right? So there are these 4 colors which are almost exactly like the gifts, except this is green. The other one I think was blue, right? So but there was definitely a white, a pink, and a brown. And so these 4, this came in a set of I think 12. There was an option for 20, some other things, right? And so I did get 12. My girls did claim 2 of them already, so I think there are only 10 left in here. But definitely one of these will go into my Tablemate gift bag, right? So let me put that on the floor. The remaining items are all food items. So I again decided that this year, instead of putting planner related items or anything like that, I decided to go with just like a food kit of some of my favorite things. And so most of these items I got, well, all of these items I got from Amazon, not Amazon, Walmart or Dollar Tree. So this came from Dollar Tree. It's an 18 pack of like basically off-brand Oreos, which I love Oreos, so I definitely got that. I got gum as well, so I think there's enough to like give everyone 2 packs of that. I also have these like off-brand, again from Dollar Tree, basically Cheez-Its, right? I love Cheez-Its. I just need something salty every once in a while to cut through everything else, right? So these items I got from Dollar Tree. All right, and then this I got from Walmart. So this is Golden Flake. Now this is kind of fun. I really wanted to have like a specific item to my state, my home state, which is Alabama. And actually, in terms of doing research, Golden Flake is a company that it was originally based in Alabama. There's some interesting stories here. The most fascinating one is where the CEO at one point, I think he was the CEO, like a higher up, he ended up completing suicide, but the way that he did it was to stage it as a murder, like that he had been kidnapped and murdered. It's kind of a fascinating kind of like story tied into the company Golden Flake. Golden Flake did end up getting purchased by a different company somewhere in one of the northern states, you guys. I don't really know, but I thought that this was like a very like Alabama based treat, and so I love Golden Flake. I didn't realize it was based in Alabama. I knew it was from the South, but I didn't realize it was Alabama. So I've got 18 bags here, and I can definitely put like two per Tablemate gift. And then the other thing that I got was Grape Co. Now Grape Co is not originally, the recipe is not originally from Alabama, but it was like distributed from Alabama and actually in Birmingham. And so this is a southern thing for 100 years. The recipe came from, I think, New Orleans, from like a very small mom and pop type shop, and then they sold the recipe to an Alabama based distributor. I can't remember the name. I'm gonna say maybe Buffalo Rock, and they distributed it along with like Pepsi and things like that. So Grape Co is definitely a southern drink. It's like grape flavored, super sweet. I actually love Grape Co. Again, didn't realize it was an Alabama based thing, definitely from the South, but not like, I didn't realize it was Alabama based. So I got those 2 as part of my like gifts. And again, my note that I write will be talking about all that. And then the last little bit is this bag, and so let me actually move some stuff. Move this as well. Okay, I purchased these again from Amazon just to be able to put my Tablemate gifts in. All right, there's 2 bags right here. Grab one extra. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is basically using this bag to put my gifts in. So I've actually not done this, so I don't know. This bag is, I would say, like, okay, 13 by 10, I think was the size. So a little bit bigger than a sheet of paper. It is so cute. It's like this holographic, you know, I thought it was so cute. I thought it would be a good bag to, you know, basically fold up and reuse too. It is a reusable bag. I bought a set of 12, I believe. And so this says Nush Nush, combining glam and sustainability, because it's super cute, but also reusable. So I use that just down there like that. I got to double check that all of them have them, and yes, they all do, so that is meant to be the bottom. And what I'm going to do is start with a drink. All right, we're gonna get a Grape Co in there. I'm just trying to set this up to see what it looks like. All right, then we'll get 2 bags of Golden Flake in there, 2 different flavors, so that way, you know, hopefully one of the flavors my Tablemate will enjoy it. All right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. There's 20, so I can definitely get 2 packs of this. All right, again, just like 2 random packs. All right, that's definitely gonna be lost down there, though. Probably should have a better plan for that one, but I don't. All right, these are the fake Oreos, right? There was an 18 pack, so 2 of those as well. All right, then the Cheez-Its. This is a 9 pack, but I got 2 of these, right? So again, there will be 2 of these packs going down there, right? That's actually pretty much it, right? So then we're gonna put my cute little llama down there, and then one of my swaps, and then again I will just add tissue paper and put my card in the envelope. Grab an envelope, right? So it will be with tissue paper and with the card kind of stuck in there, and that will be all. It actually is a much bigger bag than my goodies, but that's okay. You know, it will just be filled up with love and food, and I'll just use a lot more tissue paper than I would normally, but I think it'll be totally fine. So that's the setup here of my Tablemate gifts. Now, I'm not going to set them all up on video. I just wanted to show you what I'm planning to do this year, mostly because I feel like a lot of times we don't know what we want to do. And so I wanted to show you my idea for Tablemate gifts, and of course what I'm going to be doing for my contact cards versus in my swaps. And so this is kind of what I did. So that is all. I will spend the next couple of hours putting together all of my swaps and all of my Tablemate gifts, so that way it's ready and I can just stick it in the car and start driving, so that way we can get to Indianapolis. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.